Good afternoon, good afternoon. It is day 335 of From Here to Jerusalem. Walking from West Cork to Jerusalem with Harp on your back. Sean the Harp is here, Jerry the Stick is here, my good self is here. We are in Plovdiv in Bulgaria. I arrived 2 days ago. I spent a day I spent the first evening in Ukrainian support home with the families and children and women that have come from the Ukraine here, and then I went to a friend of Nina, or a colleague of Nina, and put the pack on, can't think again. Silka, and today I've decided I'm going to stay another 2 days. Thank you. Another 2 days. So I'm moving again. I just haven't had time to do anything because I've been really tired. I've had a really good time with Peter. He took me out to dinner last night again as well. Fed me. We went to the sauna yesterday, so the body feels good, but now I need to do a bit of work. Here's a lot of cat love going on. And I'm meeting him now for lunch to give him the key, because himself and Silka, they're going on a business trip for 2 days or 3 days, whatever. I will stay here until Saturday. It's not entirely clear what the actual route is next. I have to get to Edirne, of course, and that's going to take me a little while. The route is about 200 kilometers long, but it's hard to find a walking route. So there is another route, which is the 58, but it hugs the hills and the mountains. Now, that is an option, but Ina is saying that there is as much traffic there as there is on the 8. I'm not sure. I've set out the walking route, and then I end up with about 250 to 275 kilometers, which is also very doable. But there's a lot of climbing. It goes up to 1,500 meters at some stage. So I've got to think about it, make up my mind. I need a bit more time. Body is feeling good. There's a lot to see here. I haven't seen an awful lot yet. Yesterday I went to see the amphitheater and part of the Forum, but I haven't been to a museum yet. So let's go to lunch first. Let's get the pack off me again, bring it to my the next place where I'm staying, and then we'll take it from there. The vibe in Plovdiv is very, very nice. I've had a bit of time to think as well about everything that I've seen, and I've got some stuff to say about it, but I'm not entirely ready with it yet. I'm working through it. I've been reading a lot. I've been talking to some people, trying to get some context, see if I can understand it in a different way. But it's positive. It's definitely positive. Bulgaria is beautiful. It's still, there's still a lot of work to be done. But this goes for everywhere and every place. So it's good. Now, let's make tracks. I got cat love this morning. The cat had kind of looked at me for the past 2 days, kind of going like, who are you? What do you want? And then this morning, as I was drinking coffee, looking at the maps, yeah, there she came. And she had a bit of a cuddle, came and sat with me. So I'm a happy woman. And bring on the adventure, bring on the adventure. So I've been studying maps and found my new bed. I need something to eat, so that's what I'm gonna go do. Plovdiv is nice, like it's great. It has a great vibe. But I just need to chill out. I need to relax a little bit. My head is just going. Wah! So I'm gonna calm down a little bit. And I saw this place. Looks good. I'm gonna try it. Spend some time with myself. I'll enjoy that too. The weather is nice. It is beautiful. I'm okay. I'm not feeling thoroughly enthusiastic, but I'm okay. And I just have to find my feet again. I love spending time with people, but it gets really intense. And my neck. Like, I have to do something about my neck. Otherwise, I'm good. Talk to you later. Right, so dinner. Oh, food is always good. Heading back to my bed now, and I'm just gonna sleep. So today I didn't do much. That's okay too. Sometimes you need to not do much. Tomorrow I'm gonna go try and see a few things. I think I'm okay with the route. I think I found a route. It is a compromise between the most beautiful and the fastest. I spoke to my best friend Marcel in Amsterdam, and we talked about, climbing versus big roads versus smaller roads versus what I want. Like, what do I want? So, and I know what I want. When it comes to walking, I prefer to be away from traffic. I think this is like for hiking, this is like really quite important, especially if you carry your equipment. The airstream behind big trucks, they are really disconcerting. And also on most roads, when they go fast, there just often isn't enough space. It's easy, I walk with a big stick, it's easy for people to hit me. Now it has never happened, but and God forbid that it does. The plan is to come out of this journey alive. So I really distrust traffic, and also because of the pack being so big, I'm very visible to them. I need to really focus on what I do, and sometimes the attention that I get is not really wanted. I'm not. That's not why I'm there. I'm not there to attract attention. This is both attention from either law enforcement or just people that are curious, but also people with bad intentions or people that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing. I'm trying to stay away from all of that because that's not what I'm here for. I'm just passing through. So out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. So it's good for me when I'm not too close to lots of people. So preferably I walk on small roads, tracks and stuff. Obviously I've been very, very, very lucky with the weather, and let's hope that that remains, that keeps going. Small villages are fine. People tend to just be busy with what it is that they're doing. But it also means that somebody knows that I came through, which is also good. So being out in the sticks is definitely a possibility if there is no other way, but I still carry part of my emergency equipment because we're still not out of the woods when it comes to winter. Baba Martha is still here. I can carry water for up to 2 days, but with the emergency equipment I can't carry water for 3 days, and we don't know what the weather does when we go out in the hills. So better if I stay, somewhere between the villages, not too high. But there is an issue with then with cover and places to stay. I have to say that I am exceptionally grateful for the help that I have been getting from this lady who lives in Germany, she's like involved with the Jerusalem Way, and she's really helped me a lot. But she was saying this evening as well that, she's not as familiar with the next section. She was very familiar with the last section, and she made an enormous amount of phone calls, and she made it possible for me to stay in all these different monasteries and stuff. It's been absolutely wonderful. But the next section, it's not as familiar, so that means it's in my hands, which means I need to kind of, do a bit more work myself, which is fine. The route to the border would be anywhere between 180 and 290 kilometers, depending on what route I take. There is, you can go like in the foothills of the mountains. You can also go over Dimitrovgrad, or the city just underneath it, around the 8. I think I'm going to do like a mixture of the two. She was saying to me that because I was looking at the route number 58, and she says the 58 is no quieter than the 8. If that is the case, there's a lot of climbing in there. So I will keep studying the map. Like, I will keep looking at smaller routes and smaller connections and where the beds are. It's not straightforward, for sure. It isn't supposed to be. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Oh, I think I took the wrong turn. I'm going to go. Oh, I can go here as well. That's fine. So yeah, so that's really it. Like, I'm just going to go and keep doing my work, because it's important, to know where you're going. So what I do is I look at Mappy CZ. I look at organic maps. I look at Google Maps, and then I look at the satellite maps of Google Maps. I compare the routes. I look at the distances. I look at how high and how far, and how much difference they all have. Is this here? Like, could be here as well. And and then I compare, I contrast, and I look at which sections are the easiest for me to do, where the distances are the shortest. It's a lot of work, like, for sure it's a lot of work. I'm just always surprised that, when you think about it, there is a lot of people have come through here over time. And like I've said this, like, this used to be a highway for people like me, and now it's a highway for cars, mainly cars and cargo. You'd think, that an element of the the walking and the cycling would still be represented, but it's not really. So I have to really think about how I'm going to work around like the big traffic. And the way to think about that. So I used to always talk about the Romans, look at the lowest point of the land. Where does the river flow to? And lowest point of that section, that's where you go. That doesn't really apply here. So I'm going to. I'm looking now at how do the locals travel between the smaller villages. So you go from town to town. Like from here, you have like 2 big towns that come out of here towards the border, and you look at what smaller towns are in between there, and can you find the smaller roads? The smaller the town, the less people are traveling over those roads. Is it an access road into that city? If so, does that access road have access to a bigger road? And the smaller the village, and the smaller the villages in between, the less people are going to travel on it. That's kind of the theory. And they need to check it, how big that road is. Does it actually have tarmac, yes or no? I don't mind if it doesn't have tarmac, because it means that there's, less traffic. But then you have to look at the weather conditions, and you have to look at, what is the condition of the actual road? Is it in good nick, yes or no? So there's a lot to look at, a lot to compare. Like I said, there is 100-kilometer difference between the different between the different routes. Can I get through here? I'm not sure I can, so I'll just keep going here. So yeah, a lot to think about, lot to look at. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm not seeing much. All is well. I'm okay. I spent a lot of time on the phone today with Marcel. I spent time talking to this lady from the Jerusalem Way. I spend time trying to get in touch with my daughter, and I'm looking forward to just being a little bit quiet now, just by myself. Like I said earlier, it can get really intense. I really love meeting the people along the way. I really love hearing the stories and finding out more, and trying to figure out, like yesterday we went to the sauna. This takes the wind out of you. Look at that is beautiful. But it is what it is. In the end, you also need time for yourself. And even though I spend a lot of time by myself while I'm walking, and I'm focusing on the road. So when do I rest? So today was a day of rest, and trying to seek out a bit of familiarity. And I'll be on my own. I'll be with my own thoughts. It'll be nice. Tomorrow's another day. It's been a crazy week as well, because the Mimirovic first part of the documentary came out this Saturday. The Euronews Bulgaria has a piece on me, and I've also been asked to play a wedding in Ireland at the end of the summer, and I can't turn it down. I cannot turn it down, because it's somebody I love very much. And also I've been asked for another interview with a documentary maker here in Bulgaria, and I've been asked to sit on a panel at the end of April about walking through the Great St. Bernard's Pass in Switzerland. And I feel like I want to do it all, because it's all close to my, they're all subjects that are close to my heart. I I've really enjoyed talking to the different journalists, and I really enjoyed hanging out with the Maminovich crew, and it's really nice to see what they see when they look at me. You know, when they look at the journey, what is it that they see? And it's really interesting. So yeah. But it all takes, you know, everybody has questions, everybody wants to know what's going on and how this is done, how that is done, what I think about this, how we're going to do that. And in the meantime, I need to find the route and I need to rest and I need to find out where I'm staying. Like, where am I? I should know where I am. I think it is around here. I think it's here, yeah. Okay, well, that's it for me for tonight. Oh no, I do remember it's here. Thank you very much for being here still, you know. Being on this journey with me. It is it's pretty out there. And yeah, we're still going. I have tomorrow here, and then I don't know, I might even stay Saturday and Sunday as well, just to make sure that I have rested enough. And then we're going on. We'll be heading, there is one more bigger town in between here and Edirne. I was thinking that Bobic from Belgrade, he's on his motorbike, I think, and I might get to see him tomorrow. I didn't get a message from him yet today. I think he left today. It will be lovely to see him. Yeah, that's really it. Listen, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being on this crazy journey and for supporting me and rooting for me. It's a good thing. Ooh, is the eye still open? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. Thank you. Good night. Good night.